Hello everyone and welcome over to race 7 of the Animecars Championship Series here at the Euro Ring in Germany. Yes, the Euro Ring, no, the Eurospeedway Lausitz it's called, sorry, my bad, but yeah, so here we are in Germany, we'll start race 7. So far, the championship has been shaping up quite really well, and it appears we might see a four-way battle for the championship. But for those who have not seen the current championship standings of this race, feel free to have a look in the forums. I think from now on, I'm going to start posting the point standings as of in this race, etc. Basically, the current point standings as of the end of this race. I shall start posting that on the link for future videos, basically. But anyway, but for future videos I'll do that. But anyways, I've just got a lot of stuff to do, so I can't risk messing up my mind and having to do this whilst recording. But anyway, so as usual, we'll just start with the qualifying standings, so you can see who is going to be starting which position for the race. To see the t-shirt is currently the points leader of this race. He will start from pole position or first position of this race. We've got Likamau, another championship contender in at number 30. She will start alongside him in the front row. Buta, who has scored a first rostrum last race in Rockingham. It was an impressive second place. She will start third this time, which is probably the best that she'd start from so far. Nephilim Virgil, or Matt, you call him Matt, he will start fourth. Mr. Mercy Slam in the number 28, he will start from fifth. Mr. Mercy Slam, as we almost forgot, he is currently second place, just 2 points adrift from Tuxedo T-shirt. So basically, good luck with him. Let's see how will it shape up towards the end of the race. Ferrer Atom, another potential championship contender, will start from 6th. And then Lodshema, Daddy Cool, Kamin 87 and Roichu will start 7th, 8th and 9th and 10th respectively. And the rest you'll see below, the bottom 5, XDX, Momogari, Kirstals, H3N89 and Dragon of Dajima are your bottom 5. So that's it, and the race circuit or the track should at least be ready for it to be on the go, so hopefully it doesn't cause an unfair advantage or wreck or anything, stuff like that. So just a second. Okay, so the volume is alright. Just my actual one needs to be switched off just in case I don't want to hear it in the background. So let's, well, no command, but oh well. But let's see how will it shape up. Well, not at the moment, but of course we've got the formation lap to go through, and there we go. So who will win in this magnificent oval in Europe, in Germany? And we're quite lucky to have this kind of track in this part of the world, basically. It's American style, of course. Well, at least very suitable for American stock car racing and basically other kinds of racing that often involves the oval, such as IndyCar and stuff like that. But yeah, we're quite lucky enough. Alongside Rockingham in England, as we've done the last race from, there are really nice high-speed ovals, and we're quite lucky to have them. So we're about just coming up halfway, or if I'm not right, we're just about to approach the start-finishing line. When that pace car pulls in, the race will be underway, and off we go. And also, just in regards to the future, there will be a lot of changes going along. This includes an attempt of improvement of commentary new tracks and all that lot, etc. But more of that will be explained. If I explained this more on the chat basically yesterday or so, and these are currently being worked on. But anyway, without wasting my time and speaking nonsense, the race is about to get underway as the green flag is shown, and off we go. And to see the t-shirt, can he maintain that lead at the very start? Oh my goodness me, he had a bit of a touchdown from Buta as Lickermo suddenly slips back from second place, so she's about to slip back, and then you can see a lot of the cars drifting right past. Lickermo just managed to only lose that one spot, or about to lose 2 spots. There is Matt trying to gain one place and get over second place from Lickermo, but luckily Lickermo saves herself as Andrew starts to fall back a little bit. I would presume it's to do with the speed or the early turn and stuff like that that's causing to slow down. There is Daddy Cool. Daddy Cool, I almost forgot, he has yet to win a race so far. I thought he did, because he looked like a some sort of a championship winning racing driver. But but Daddy Cool still yet to have won a race. As we go along, there is Farrah Atom over there, your other championship contender. She's currently in second place at the moment, ahead of that pointless Raichi, despite scoring pole positions or 2 poles so far in the season, yet to score a point in the unlucky number 1. And there is Lord Shemme, your last race winner in that initial D. Yes, I correct that. That is initial D car, Lord Shemme, number 86. And Tuxedo T-shirt is about to pull away and about to continue his glory times to hopefully try and win the championship. Lickermuck remains in that second spot for the time being. And Matt in third place, Daddy Cool fourth, Buta fifth, and Mr. Murphy Slam down into sixth in that's last point standing in that one last points position. He's currently right behind Mrs. Gundam in fifth place at the moment. Number 28 of Mr. Murphy Slam has got a lot of work to put up if he wants to take the championship home with him, probably by the time it has come. And there is to see the t-shirt continuing to lead. Mr. Matt attempts an overtake on Lickle Mao. Let's check the laps, where 4 laps to go, and Daddy Cool passes Matt's fourth place now, or third place, sorry, and he seems to be on the go now. And my mistake, it was lap 5 has gone past, not lap 5 to go, or 5 laps to go, whatever it is. But so far, Daddy Cool has taken over Matt for a third spot, but Matt is trying to get it back. And this time, he just slightly etches, but the battle continues. But Daddy Cool sort of just won that battle. And Buta, OMG, oh my day, just a very close shave from Buta. But that does give championship contender Mr. Murphy Slam an advantage to try and just get one more point, another point in the running, so that he can focus on his championship. His championship rival, the T-shirt, is still leading the race, and his gap between him and Lickermo is already gaining, or at least getting bigger and wider as it goes along. So this is, of course, not good news for other championship rivals, including Mr. Murphy Slam and Lickermo itself. And these 2 cars, Daddy Cool and Matt, currently battle for that last rostrum spot. And things just wouldn't get any better as Mr. Murphy Slam looks around on Lil Buta for that to take over 5th spot. And sorry Buta, I don't know why I call you Lil Buta. Is that your nickname? I don't know, but it sounds like your nickname I've heard it before. But anyway, Mr. Murphy Slam is still looking back, but still no at least of a change as of now, as he still leans behind the Gundam car. And then unusually we see Raichi is keeping up for that 8th spot, but still not on the points scoring spot. She's right behind fellow member, you called this, Ferratum. She attempts an overtake on Raichi, and that is a very rare moment for Raichi in that number 1. She overtakes Ferratum for 7th place. Then it looks as though she could actually try and compete for that very first point if she can. She's not far from Mr. Mercyslam at the moment. This all depends, as Exliax currently in the top 10 at the moment, but she's got a slightly stronger Momogari right behind her. And it's One Piece. Who likes One Piece? I don't know if anyone likes One Piece, but only my friend likes One Piece. But if I'm wrong, who else likes One Piece? And aside from that nonsense, there is Jago no Dajima in that Yu-Gi-Oh car. It looks very good on itself. Resembled that of a Yu-Gi-Oh card, but he's not a fast driver so far in this series. But he could do better next season, because there's always time for another season. Coming 87, shockingly in 13th spot. Bad luck, bad luck. There's HFN in 89, not having the season she'd expected to be. And there is Curl Stores. What's up with Curl Stores? She has scored a point in that first race, but she's already slipping down. As we move back to the lead, there's 2 City T-shirts still dominating the race at the moment. Lecomo is still in 2nd spot. Daddy Cool already still on the battle for that rostrum spot with Matt right behind him. And look at Matt, they're going side by side again and again and again. And still no potential changes, as Matt has no choice but to drop back a little bit. Mr. Mercyslam is about to do entirely the same, or the same exactly, to Little Miss Gundam, and he takes it successfully. And so he is now in 5th place, right in front of Buta. So can he continue like this? Well, we'll take a look at the fastest lap time so far, as Tetsuya T-shirt currently leads the race at the moment. Sorry, Tetsuya T-shirt is currently fastest at the moment, but who's car number 18? Is Matt. He is currently 2nd fastest, just a 10th and a unit shy off the fastest lap time of Tetsuya T-shirt. And number 36, I think that is Ferratum, and there is Ferratum over there. And if she appears to be charging, but I'm not entirely sure. She could be. But Raichi is back where she was now, right behind Ferratum again, unluckily. So we'll take a look at what's going on, as Buta is slightly slower than Ferratum at the moment. There could be a major change at the moment. Oh, Mr. Mercyslam is not stopping. So he is attempting to go around not just 1 but 2 cars potentially if he can. First he's got Matt right in front of him now, and as well as Daddy Cool as well. But all this could be up for a change. It all depends on it, as you can see Buta is joining on the fight as well. So Mr. Mercyslam is sort of had to ease off a little bit on his performance to try and get a clear, a clear door ahead, so he can try and go through that and take it for now. But there he goes. There is Mr. Mercyslam. Oh, not visible at the moment. We'll go right in the cockpit as Matt still tries to get around Daddy Cool. Oh, look at there. The door is opening a bit wide, but despite that, that is not enough for Matt to get around. Mr. Mercyslam attempts the same thing as he tries to get around, but still not avail. The positions have still not yet changed. And that is something that I'm probably at most surprised and shocked. There is Ferratsum on the charge. It appears that she's gonna join in on the fight as well. In regards to her fastest lap times, then already she has gone close and she has already set the fastest lap time of the race from Tuxedo T-shirt, and she's going to continue to do so. Hopefully get past the other drivers if so, but we all know that she is at her most promise of this race, so we have high hope that she can actually score high positions from then and probably get through this what do you call this mediocre battle for third place. Basically that's the last rostrum spot, as I keep saying. These three cars have not yet changed their positions as Buter starts to slow down a little bit. As we go right at the back of Daddy Cool, we see the racing cars of Matt. Ooh, so we might have a change. Is this gonna work? Ooh, just about to work. And Mr. Mercilesslam attempts to get through as well. So Matt finally gets through Daddy Cool and at least has gone past him, but Mr. Mercilesslam failed to do the same. Well, probably not the end of the world for him, but he can try again in the next few laps. So far, lap 17 out of 63 we're on at the moment. And yawning me. Nearly 20 minutes will go past in a moment, so yeah, just about 20 minutes so far has gone past. So there is Ferratsum and Raichi. We have not expected to see Raichi gaining towards the edge of that rostrum, but that rostrum is about to make a runaway, as Matt is gaining and is about to catch on Lickle Mal. So hopefully things will work out well for him at least. He is about 300 faster than Lickle Mal at the moment. But Nephilium Virgil, I can tell he is very, very fast at the moment. He has not got yet the fastest lap time at the moment, but you can see he is currently possibly the fastest guy so far, at least on this lap. Since I was just trying to figure it out, but there it is. Matt is on the cash at the moment, and Buter has gone right in front of Mr. Mercilesslam once again, and Mr. Mercilesslam suddenly slows down a little bit. There is Raichi right in front of the pack. Can the pack try and get back in front, or at least just right behind Matt, as he's already pulling away to that second spot of Lickle Mal. So things can change. We can see that Mr. Mercilesslam is sort of in trouble for his championship hopes, and you got Mrs. Ferratsum attempting to get over Mr. Mercilesslam, but no success. So it seems that Mr. Mercilesslam has gone very lucky here. We've got whatever right now. His key returns to his old rival, not his long rival, but his another rival now. That is Buter. So we didn't expect for Buter to basically keep up with what she's doing, despite the fact that she has done quite really well in the last race. Ended up in second place spot, and at least we call that a highlight for so far in the season for the almighty Gundam car. But this is not gonna stop for Mr. Mercilesslam to simply continue to overtake or attempt to overtake and get past those two, because Mr. Mercilesslam has got championship in his hands, and oh boy, this is getting very tiring. I just cannot stop watching that. It is probably going to be a close shave to the finish line of who's going to gain at, well, at least who's going to win the battle, basically. So lap 22 out of 63, so that means 41 laps to go, and Tessida T-shirt is continuing to lead the race. Let's see what is the gap right now. The gap is just right around 3.3 seconds from second place driver Likomau. But we might see a change. We might see Matt overtaking Likomau and onto that second place spot. So he could actually make it to the leading car probably just before the end of the race. And this can be very, very good. Possibly a last minute battle would do, but I won't be able to guarantee that. All I can do is wait and see. Oh, I just want to yawn and then. Oh boy, I'm already tired. I don't understand why. So far, the race has been going on a bit. No, maybe not just very quiet, but just quiet, really. Oh, what we have here is Mr. Mercerslam is already lagging behind. And now he's only got Buta right in front of him as he continues to fall for that very unimportant trap. As Ferratum attempts to get by, and he just sort of gets it. She just sort of gets it, but not exactly. She stays behind. And then you see how well she's performing, which, depending on her results, this can be good for the championship as well. As I keep mentioning, she's still in contention for that championship. So, things unexpectedly can happen. We are currently on board now with Mr. Mercerslam as he overtakes Buta. As we take a look at the rear, you can see how quick Buta is in hard charging mode. As he tries to get back at it, because these two battles aren't really going to stop for the time being. There is Ferratum. Oh my goodness me, what is on is going on? You know what? There is something. This man is in a battle with three other women. So it's 3 women versus 1 man. Just trying to figure out. Perhaps the 2, because Dadiko is just right in front of him now. Which I was to say, Righteous simply slips back shortly after that encounter with Dadiko once again. And so far, Dadiko is keeping his head just right in front and hopefully doesn't fall back for the time being. As we're about to approach lap 30. Well, we're a few laps approaching to lap 30. And Matt is now right behind Likomau. And you can see just in T-shirts is basically caught up with the leaders, and it seems as though we would expect a bit of delay from him as he tries to get past the lap car so that he can carry on racing on his own. But he's got a struggling HF3 and an 89 trying to keep her best. He probably doesn't want to have any embarrassment over herself that she's been overtaken by a lap car, but that is the rules. You must let a faster car through if you're not racing with him and he's faster than you. But right now he's got crostals to deal with now. Sorry, but yeah, there he goes. So now he must have saved himself now, so he can continue to basically race on his own from then onwards. But we might see, you know, as I keep saying, changes can happen unexpectedly. Oh boy, you know what? After I finish this race, I actually want to have a nice nap because I haven't actually been sleeping well last night. So I just wanted to get at least some rest before I can make myself dinner, I suppose so for me. Well, this is not looking good for Mr. Mercy's Dam. Ferratum this time attempts to get past Daddy Cool. Still, Daddy Cool blocks him, just like he's a permanent blocker of a car and stuff like that. The number 17 is still in 4th place. If I can try and find him. Sorry, my eyes are actually telling me to go to sleep. I just cannot sleep through. Let's keep going. So, to see the t-shirt is still leading that race at the moment. Lecumel is now in a lowly second as Matt tries and successfully gets in front of the lab cars now. We go right at the wheel of Daddy Cool as we look at Ferratum. This time, I think I would expect her to get past Daddy Cool. Because you see, these things are getting boring now. And Mr. Mercy's Lamb sees for himself as well an opportunity to get past Daddy Cool. But unfortunately, Daddy Cool wins that battle. He blocks both of them to outside, but at least Mr. Mercy's Lamb has got right back in front of Ferratum for 5th place spot. But it seems as though we might see some impatience coming off as some of the drivers who say that this is not what we're expecting to see. I think we've had enough. Please move it out of the way. And that is what probably happens, but Daddy Cool is still keeping up to his best as he tries not to humiliate himself for that 4th place spot. Mr. Murphy's wants to avoid humiliation just simply by scoring as much points as he can to secure his high hopes of winning the championship. 6 laps to go and 6 races to go, and already we had a very good championship, as I mentioned earlier, nicely shaped up. Hopefully we'll do more and hopefully go from there. So that is actually what we want to see in our championship. We want basically major improvements compared to what happened last time, and yeah, at least we just want more, something like that. But anyway, more sorry, basically more improvement, basically. So go from there. But anyway, this is probably the first time we've seen cars pitting for their stops, and you can see that Kirstels will probably be the first driver to make a pit stop, and probably the first time. I don't know if such pits have ever existed at the moment, or at least I haven't captured anything on screen. But there you go, as Kirstels hits the pits right now. Mr. Mercy Slam, and there is that leader tuxedo t-shirt. And he goes out, hopefully in the lead, as we have a bit of an issue, perhaps not so. Ooh! Positions have not yet changed, and Mr. Mercy Slam continues to be behind Buta. And Camino 87 hits the pits. And I think almost all the positions are about the same, but we'll check it out as we have a look at the standings right now. There you go, you can see Momogari, but he's got the pit first before things can happen. Or at least he can try and get in front. Today T-shirt is technically leading right now. Little Mel, Dow, D-O-H. Am I saying a Homer Simpson expression? Little Mel has just lost a spot to Matt. So Matt is basically on a fixed second place, with Momogari needing to pit. Well, I dropped my setup, but I put it back up. But yeah, a bit of bad luck. But let's see how Momogari gets out. He's managing to get out. He managed to get. It looks like, or appears that it's a pit stop for him. I don't want to bother going back, but Momogari is finally out, to my knowledge. Oh, I was wrong. There are a huge good old set of changes going along. Ferratum is now in 4th, Daddycool 5th, Mr. Mercystamp 6th, and that puts Buta out of the running for points. And same goes for Raichu, who was so close to running in one of those points scoring positions until now, sadly. That's how it is for the time being. 23 laps to go. And so far, we're getting pretty good down there. Alright, I'm gonna be right back in the next few minutes. We'll be back. So, see you shortly. I'm not kidding. I'll see you shortly. Alright, I apologise for that little mishap. I was supposed to show you the race standings, but never mind. Just left that for a few minutes by accident, but I'm back now. And, ooh, we have a change of position. What is going on? Whilst I left, there's been a change of position. Matt was, in fact, not that far from Tuxedo T-shirt. And oh boy, I think he could be up for his second win. Unless I'm wrong, but I think this would be his second win and possibly the first time we'll see a repeat winner of this championship so far. This is the moment that Matt attempts an overtake and successfully gets past Tuxedo T-shirt after dominating the last laps, in fact, the whole of the race so far until then. Tuxedo T-shirt loses the lead as normal to Mephilian Vigil, known as Matt. The car number 18 Devil May Cry is now in the lead. So where will he end up after the race? We shall find out, because as I keep saying, we have to expect for the unexpected to come. So we shall go on board Matt. He seems quite speedy on this round, but I could probably say it and just accept what he's done. But yeah, you can see the T-shirt unusually slows down to let Mephilian Virgil pass. And he has got it, while Tuxedo T-shirt loses it. So now he is just nearly 2 seconds apart from Tuxedo T-shirt, and he could be slow now, 2.3, while Slickermo goes slightly closer. There she is right now. We go on board, you can see how big the gap is at the moment. There is Tuxedo T-shirt in that background, the last car you see on the picture. She's following it and doing quite well at the moment. What a nice smooth race we've got so far, with possibly no cruisers at the moment. Bit of a blank for a reason. I don't want to fall on the blank side, but yeah, I'm trying to keep it out. Lickermel is still in that second place spot, or third place spot actually. She was second, now she's third, but she's still cashing a bit. Take a look at the last lap times. She is around 2 tenths or 200 faster than Tuxedo T-shirt. We shall see that in a moment as Ferro Atom approaches the lap car of Camino 87. 30 laps to go, as I just saw, and Ferro Atom, you can see, is still on the battle with Daddy Cool for 4th place spot now. It looks as though chances of them beyond the rostrum are already slimming down now, at least for this race. So possibly better luck next time for them if they admit to failing. But Camino 87, they've now got to deal with this car now and get out of it, get out of the way. Oh my goodness me! Oh my god! Just at the moment, a blink of an eye, Daddy Cool just collided with Ferro Atom and pushed her into the wall. Oh my days! She just got clipped and she got banged, but I think she's able to continue. It appears that she has a bit of damage on herself. Probably is going to hamper her performance for the rest of the race, but thank goodness me, she just possibly escaped a more serious accident from that. Ferro Atom just got hampered by Daddy Cool. The yellow flags are out. You can see the lights are showing, so the pace car has to come out and do the few laps just as a precautionary measure. So let's see a repeat reply of Daddy Cool colliding with Ferro Atom. In fact, he actually clipped Ferro Atom, which sent her into the wall, which is quite normal for stock car racing to do this, but not in other regular racing series. Normally you get a penalty for doing silly things like that, but this is stock car racing, so this is quite common. Basically, this happened. Yeah, this is how it happened. So they were battling to try and get past that coming in 87. Probably a bit of a fight or an argument. And then, yeah, basically to get past us. So yeah, basically it's a bit of a dog and dog tag sort of thing. Like, I keep losing my mind for this time now, but basically they were battling each other, and then this happened. Ferro Atom gets clipped by Daddy Cool, and she has some sort of a slight brush around her, or perhaps just a little hit on the side of the wall, and it looks as though she's gonna at least continue for the time being, but there is a certain chance that her performance is gonna hamper for the rest of the race. Let's go on board Ferro Atom and see how it all occurred from her point of view. Of course, you won't be able to see much of Daddy Cool on this view. We'll see you in the next one. There, boom! She turns very briefly into some sort of roundabout, and then she managed to continue. You can see the hood is slightly up. There's a bit of damage on her for this minor collision. So let's go on board Daddy Cool in the Ikaira car. And bang on, she disappears thanks to him. And he does have a bit of damage, I guess, for that little contact with Ferro Atom, which sports out the yellow flags. So as we see, Matt is still leading the race at the moment, with Jazida T-shirt, Lickle Mount, both in the top 3 as well. So will they end up in the rostrum, or will someone else take it at the last minute? Daddy Cool seems to survive this moment, but will he continue where he left off from there? Or will he end up being basically dragged towards the back by a huge number of cars thanks to his incident with Ferro Atom? Perhaps a bad moment potentially could happen to him. Let's skip through the lights and off we go. We are green flag, and Philly and Virgil or Matt continues to lead that race, but we have a bit of a different thing coming along. Lickle Mount attempts on overtaking Tazida T-shirt for second place spot now. So all this is getting good now for the last few laps of the race. Oh, and this also got an opportunity. This gets Mr. Merceslam an opportunity to get closer as he can. In fact, he's already close to the T-shirt now. So he could actually be the leader of the championship of this race. And in fact, he's getting closer. He's got his Ford rival, or you can tell, I can tell that's his Ford rival, Lickle Mount, because these two drivers are the only drivers to drive Ford cars at the moment. these are the only Ford cars on the field. Licklemel's and Mr. Mercyslam's cars. They're doing really well. At least for the Ford cars, they're quite durable enough to last throughout the championship. Just sneeze a bit, but yeah, but they're going really good. But can they make it even better? Because they've already got to see the T-shirt. Their championship rival in front of him now. In that Toyota Palm Top Tiger, or the Toyota Camry Palm Top Tiger car, is still trying to keep his championship hopes alive and trying to keep his lead intact. But he's actually not that far at the moment. Mr. Mercyslam is sort of about to get closer. Or if he does overtake TCD T-shirt after this race, or finishes in front of TCD T-shirt, that would be the time where he will get at least closer. And then we'll see how the championship stand. It looked as though that there's probably going to be a tie. I think these two will tie, but we'll find out who scored high positions enough to remain on the top. There could be a tie for the lead, as I was trying to figure it out. But we'll talk about this more later on, as Licklemel attempts to get by Tuxedo T-shirt for that second place spot, as Mr. Nephilium Vigil Matt continues to basically use the same domination of himself. He continues to dominate the race. This time is him and not Tuxedo T-shirt anymore, who used to dominate in the first around 50 laps of the race. Now he's down into second, about to lose a third, as he's got Licklemel right behind his tail. You can see there's now a good 3-car train battling each other for the second place spot. In fact, 2 of the drivers are potentially in a rostrum spot. This could happen. This could happen when they end up in the rostrum spot after this race, but not. We'll talk about this more. Sorry, I keep on messing up again, as Licklemel attempts an overtake on Tuxedo T-shirt, this time successfully. For the first time, we see Licklemel get in front of Tuxedo T-shirt. She's now in second place. But unfortunately for Mr. Mercyslam, his championship chances are a little bit in danger at the moment. He's got his another championship rival, Licklemel, in second place now. So the only way he can benefit is to try and overtake both of the 2 cars and hopefully keep his points alive and try and separate from the other rivals and continue to get at least take the lead of the championship, which we might see him see this happening after this race. Licklemel suddenly takes off just for a moment, as Tuxedo T-shirt continues to hold back Mr. Mercyslam. He's doing the best of his time to keep his rival out of the way. Unfortunately, not going to be for long. We don't know how long he's going to keep up for. 1 lap to go already. As I keep thinking, I was thinking a lot of pace. I don't know what's going on, but already it's the last race, and Matt is set to take his second race victory of this championship, if I'm pretty certain. Otherwise, I would have made the biggest mistake of my entire life. But the race is about to be over. Mr. Matt comes to the start finish line with no problem at all, and he will win this race here at Eurospeedway in Germany. Licklemel will take second place, and did Tuxedo T-shirt take third place spot, which it appears to be. If that happens to him, then that would mean that he will retain his championship lead without having Mr. Mercyslam to bother him to close basically close right towards him, where it ends up we could have seen potentially a tie in the lead. But that's probably not going to happen, as Tuxedo T-shirts I'm trying to be clear on this, appears to have finished in front of his rival, Mr. Mercy Slam. And Raichi will score her first ever point in her career after finishing 5th. And unthankfully, Pharaoh Atsum is going to finish in 11th, sadly, after that collision. But congratulations, Raichi. She will finish in 5th place. So 2 points for her, and the first point to score in her career. Daddy Cool in 6th. So... And so for the rest of everyone else, the Dragon of Dojima, I think that will be his career's best finish, or highest, with a 7th place finish, just nearly 1/100th of a second shy off from point scorer Daddy Cool. So. So a bit of a shame. He could have got his first point as well, because he has not scored any points so far. I think it's between Dragon of Dojima and Xliax now. These two have both yet to score a point so far in the championship. Buta, who started from 3rd, will have to finish 8th, sadly. So no points for her. Momogari 9th and Xliax 10th. And Ferratum, as I keep saying, that I feel sorry for what has happened to her, who ended up being victimized in that collision with Daddy Cool, who apparently, basically, she ended up into the wall, and she basically just lost the luck from then. But never mind, bad luck next time. And the rest of the results come in 87-12, H of Rain and then 89-13th, Crystal's 14th and Lord Shimmer 15th, and that is all. What on earth has gone on with Lord Shimmer? I thought he won the race last race, but now he's in last place, so he will finish in last, sadly. But never mind, that's just the race, really. But, you know... Everyone races, everyone wins, everyone loses in a race. That's what it's all about. So, we shall be moving on to race number 8. So I think it's going to be in Italy. In Monza Circuit of Italy. Oh, yes! That reminds me. Italy is basically the main powerhouse of motor racing. For those who don't know, unless you are racing fans. But we shall... find out more about it as we move on to the next race. I don't know when. Probably not today. Maybe tomorrow. Oh, for goodness sake, why does my mic keep falling? But anyway, so let's get this wrapped up, and then hopefully when I do the standings, we'll see how will it shape up. So, without further ado, this is Rubino Gonzalez, or Gonzalez96 from Animeleague, signing off. I shall see you all at the next race, possibly at the Monza Circuit in Italy. So, take care and see you later. Bye bye.